This HAN Network video is brought to you by Walter Stewart's Market.
All right, a little bit of advice for all of you young broadcasters. I've covered many of you over the years. I've learned a lot from a lot of you. Hopefully you've learned a few things from me, but you guys got to keep an eye on these guys. Here at Staples High School, one of the best programs, not only in the FCIAC, but in the country, WWPT. I've known these guys, well, I've known this program for a while, and we will let these guys introduce themselves to you.
Hi, I'm Zach Edelman.
I'm Kaplan.
Cooper Boyman. I'm Jacob Bond.
All right, Zach, I'll start with you. As a sportscaster, why get into this crazy business?
I love sports, but I also love the technical aspect of it. I've always been growing up watching sports, and just something about being on the mic and being able to narrate sort of a story. I just really like it.
I'm sure I've nagged you about this question at one time or another, but who's your go-to broadcaster?
My go-to broadcaster would probably be Mark Jackson. He's got some swagger to him that really you can't resist.
Adam, how about you? Let's talk about why you're standing here and what is it you want to do in broadcasting?
In broadcasting, I just want to make it as far as it takes me. I've loved sports since I was a little kid. I used to play them. I used to play with some of the best at Staples until my skills starting to go downhill and they all started to get a little bit better. So broadcast is really sort of my outlet, my sort of platform to still give my insight in sports, which is something that I've given my life to.
Play-by-play, reporter, what do you see yourself doing?
Oh, it's got to be a color guy. I've always loved, I do a lot of writing. I do a lot of writing for the newspaper Inklings, and that's where I sort of get it out from. I write a ton, and you sort of learn how to be a little bit more witty. You get a better vocabulary, so I love doing color. It sort of allows me to exercise all those skills.
Cooper, I know there's a legacy on WWPT. You guys have had some great sportscasters. Not that you're trying to attain that level, but how do you maintain, trying to be as good as them?
Well, I definitely think we are trying to attain that level. I mean, you've got guys like Eric Galanti and DJ Sixsmith who came up through here, and a few of us grew up here in Westport, so we grew up watching on the Staples television network, the Thanksgiving games between Staples and Greenwich and listening on 90.3 FM. So for us, we're just trying to do what they did.
I've had the great joy of working with these guys at one time or another, and DJ and Eric were actually one play-by-play powerhouse team, so these guys know what they're doing. And Jacob, how about for yourself? What do you see yourself wanting to do here?
One of my goals since I was a little kid was to be a basketball play-by-play announcer. Luckily at Staples, with the great program we have at WWPT, great director, Mike Zito, he lets us be able to broadcast our skills whenever we want it. We just have to work for it. And each time I get to broadcast a game, just trying to improve my skills.
And you got such great guys to look up to, like Mike Breen and Marv Albert's still great. Who's the guy that you look up to?
I love Mike Breen. Big Knicks fan, had season tickets for over 5 years, just going to the games, and then when it's an away game, watching Mike Breen call the game. Who doesn't like the bang after every three-pointer made?
Guilty of using it. Cooper, who's your guy?
For me, maybe not the most popular choice, but I love John Sterling. In 8th grade, I won this contest where I got to go sit in the booth with John Sterling and Susan Waldman, and that's kind of fostered my love of broadcasting. So from then on, I've always been a huge John Sterling fan. Growing up being a Yankee fan, he's the guy that I've always been listening to.
Cooper, that's a fabulous answer here. The pitch. Did you give me a guy? Who's your guy?
No. Well, going back to color, huge Walt Clyde Frazier fan. I'm picking the other Nick announcer, but Zach was talking about Mark Jackson having swagger. That's just child's play compared to Walt Frazier. No guy is more clever behind the mic. No guy is more stylish in front of the camera. He is just the ultimate cool package.
They're dishing and swishing here and getting ready for a big broadcasting year. By the way, I will forgive them all on the weekend that Vin Scully announces he's coming back and possibly retiring. That none of them mentioned my hero, Vin Scully, but these guys are great. WWPT is where you'll find them. Make sure you check them out. We'll see them a lot down the road. These are the Staples High School broadcasters right here at the very same Staples High School.